Hello there, everybody, and welcome to, once again, I know, another game, but hear me out, this one's more worth it because, well, it's about time, right? You know, it's about time I get this thing over with, and what better time to do it than when I'm trying to not do more things, I guess. Let me just delete that real quick. Play on Modern. We are skipping cutscenes, all the other fun stuff, and I'm playing on PS5, actually. I was trying to play this on Switch a moment ago, but Elgato was having issues. I played it on Switch because I thought that, you know, I'd rather have the space, but this game does not take up too much space, surprisingly enough. Also, there you go. What the fuck? Wait, you can get oh, no. Last time I played this game, I guess, was on PS4 then. But anyway, so here comes Crash 4. I'm not gonna bother with 100%. This is just gonna be me playing the game as per usual. So most likely, I mean, you will probably end up seeing me for what it's worth. Technically speaking, like speedrun strat type stuff or whatever. But yeah, so let's get into the likes and dislikes. So far, I can say my dislikes kind of include the idea that, well, to be fair, Tana's redesign's kind of not very nice, and the whole kawaii part's fucking cringe as hell. But other than that, looking past that, the difficulty is annoying, but I wouldn't give it a minus point just for the fact that it's, I don't know, I mean, it's a difficult game, so, like, that's fine, that's not a big deal. I just don't really care much for the level design, and I don't like the way that things kind of just blend into the environment too much. So, like, you know, things that you're trying to go collect and break seem to just kind of blend in, and there's, like, a lot of this weird, annoying motion blur sometimes. Well, actually, it's more, like, the motion blur is more, yeah, motion blur is more so a thing in the Switch version than this one. But, yeah, because, again, I was trying to play Switch so I could just, you know, save room and not have to play. I always get hit by that every single time, so I lose out on a Aku Aku. But yeah, it's been a while since we actually even done a Crash game, to be fair. I think the last time we'd done a Crash game was the co-op Huge Adventure Let's Play. And unfortunately, that was not 100%. Now, if I was doing it by myself, I probably would have eventually done 100%, but since it's co-op, you know, I don't really want to force that on anybody or anything like that. So, I keep hitting circle and air like a fucking moron, see? It's almost like I'm forgetting how to play Crash. So, I'll explain the gems in a minute, but there's 6 total clear gems you can collect in a level. There's also perfect relics, that's a thing too now, but we're not going to deal with that until later. Things I do like, I honestly think that the platforming and the sliding are just, I think this is peak Crash movement. Like, unironically, I think this is just the best we've ever had that Crash has moved. Like, he moved fine in 2 and 3 and all that, but 4, he's kind of a little sluggish, if I remember correctly, but either way. I know it's kind of dumb, or to some people, they might find it kind of dumb that you start off with double jump, but out of all the upgrades you could have gotten back in 3, because this is a sequel after all, after all the upgrades you could have kept, double jump was worth it. Even if you're, like, okay, so, like, double jump I understand is mostly used for, like, which mainly just a thing that you use specifically to get to higher platforms that the game devs force you to go up to get to. But with a game like this, I mean, it kind of works regardless. Yeah. So, I did get the perfect relic. Alright, nice. Perfect relic, you gotta break all the boxes and not die once at all in the entire level. Alright, so here's how gems basically work. It's just a certain amount of Wumpa fruit, so 40, 60, 80%, all boxes, die less than 3 times, and find the hidden gem. And like I said, perfect relic comes with just beating a level with all boxes and, you know, not dying even a single time. I'm also playing on modern, it's not modern controls, it's just modern gameplay, because retro makes it to where you have lives, like it did back in the day, which is not a problem. I just feel like because it's Crash 4, and the option's there, why not? But for some people, they're probably thinking, well, that's kind of stupid of you, Alex, because you're the type of guy that likes to play things on hard, or likes to give yourself more of a challenge. Yeah, but it's also Crash 4, and I'm doing a Let's Play, so I really don't kind of care. But yeah, the reason I didn't know about this, I didn't think about this much, but the reason why Wumpa Fruit is even a collectible in the first place is because if you're playing on modern, There's no life system. So Wumpa Fruit serves no purpose whatsoever. So they made it to where Wumpa Fruit are a collectible now, so that way it forces people to go for Wumpa Fruit. And I never thought of it that way. And now that I know that that's basically kind of what they were trying to do, it's like, oh, well, shit. Yeah, if you just neutral spin, you could pretty much just break things on a lower surface like that. It's not something I will end up using very often, but it's a thing that you can do. Okay, this is not the room yet. Okay. By the way, even though we don't get upgrades in this game, there actually is one upgrade we technically do get if you count it as an upgrade. And that's like after you beat the final boss, you get a speed upgrade. So it's different than the running shoes. It's not running shoes. It's actually a sort of weird like triple spin thing that you can get. Very interesting upgrade, not gonna lie, but very hard to get going. Now, luckily, this game is a modern Crash game, so I'm pretty sure that those boxes should still count. And yeah, also I'm having a blast with this game because, like, even though I don't like the level design itself, the game feels so good to play. It's ridiculous. All right, first colored gem is the red gem. We got to start on the left and then work our way all around to the middle. Okay, easy enough. So basically, just follow this path. If you miss some boxes, that's fine. Just go back and get them. I could have sworn there's enemies that appear, but no, it's just like these, yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the TNTs. I think even if you land on, like, if you hit the TNT, I think you still gotta land on, the platform in order to get the gem thing to appear. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, okay. Well, not much we can do now, because now we got a chase scene. But, yeah, like I said, oh, here's our hidden gem. I'll go for everything that I know I can go for, because eventually this game's going to get really ruthless. And if I'm satisfied with what I'm doing, then fine. But if I'm just not satisfied with the level that I played, I'll probably go back and play it again or something. Which even right now, like, I already died once. It'd be nice to have a perfect relic, but I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna take the L on the perfect relic because it's gonna get to a point where later levels I'm not gonna be able to get it, or not that I can't get it, but it will be insanely difficult to get in certain ones. Oops. I gotta get out of that habit of doing that. I want to say that this guy does break boxes, by the way. Yes, he does. Okay, cool. So you can just easily do that. Yeah, first couple levels on a new game, you can't do the world map thing just yet. There we go. And we got the red gem. Most gems are pretty easy to collect. There's only 4 colored gems in this game for some odd-ass reason. From what I've heard, it's like, oh, well, the original game had 6, and then 2 had 5, and then 3 had 4. And so they just kind of stuck with that, I guess. If that's even the case, I don't know. But yeah, here's a dimensional map. It's kind of like a nice little, like the whole game is a good mix of all the Crash games combined. So like you have a world map from 1, you also have the difficulty from 1, which some people would argue like, well, I mean, this is way more difficult than 1. Like I would argue this is way more difficult than 1. I play 1 not on a daily basis, but I played enough to the point where it's like, yeah, it is not anywhere this ridiculous. Also, the ring below me, instead of a shadow effect, is really nice. And I'm so glad they have that as a thing. I hate how they got rid of triangle as your... Fuck! Well, I hate how they got rid of triangle as your main box counter check. Now it's just like, oh, it's your mask power. I'm just double checking if anything's back here. Yeah, I gotta be careful with that. I should probably use triangle instead. Like, L2 being your counter thing is fine and dandy, but... I'm one of those types that actually just really likes having my counters on triangle, but that's just kind of a me thing, I guess. So there is a trophy in this level where you have to break all the megaphones or whatever. And judging by the fact that I guess I don't have a lot of trophies now, I might just try to go for some of that stuff that I do know about. Usually there's like 2 sand sharks. I think there's a box up here. No. I thought there was. This box is a little weird to get, but not impossible. Yeah, I know I'm very slow, but That's just kind of how it's going to have to be for Crash for a little bit here. Yeah, you'll know if there's a megaphone nearby because you'll be able to hear, you know, whatever boss of that world is talking to you. Yeah, I should talk about, like, okay, so what exactly is the quote-unquote mixture of the three first games in this game? Like, what's mixed between them? Well, Crash 1 difficulty is usually what I would argue is probably the thing that carried over. Even though, honestly, like, Crash 1, once again, was not nearly this hard. Of course, sliding being a thing introduced mainly in 2. And I would also just say, like, well, you know. Can we not get that anymore? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Sliding, you know, and double jump from 3. So that's what I would probably say. Like, it just... Because, like, sliding obviously exists in 3 as well. So you can kind of still argue, like, well, it's technically a 3 thing, I guess, at that point. Because it mostly just kind of... Well, yeah, you know, because 2 didn't really have upgrades, but still... I don't know. I guess, like, the way Crash feels like very 2-esque to me. If that makes any sense whatsoever. So I feel like Crash's movement in 2 was quite nice. And then 3 was nice too, but I feel like there's... I don't know what there is about 3 that feels different for me, I guess. I don't know. Make sure you hit this first, by the way. There's no more boxes down there, because what the thing is, with this level, they like to hide stuff. Well, this entire game likes to hide stuff. That's pretty much the thing that they like to do a lot. So be prepared to be looking around for things. By the way, TNT's in the alternate universe. Fuck! They won't blow each other up, so I think I might have missed some TNTs back there, actually, back in the early part of the level. If I miss boxes or whatever, you know what, at this point, I don't really care. I would love to get everything I can in this game, but with the way that this game is normally, it's like, it's gonna be quite irritating. Yeah, usually I just like to set off both. Just in case. Also, actually, it does take away from Crash Wrath of Cortex, too. With the idea of masks being a thing again. And technically, though, in this game, masks are not the bad guys, per se. Well, in terms of, like, the elementals are not the bad guys here. Are you serious? Okay, that's a weird death animation. Don't go straight. There's nothing over there. You don't have to do that, so... I think there's like a megaphone nearby. I know I should just do that shit on my own time. I just didn't realize that there was... there it is. Yeah, I see Engine's head or whatever. Like I said, if you listen in, you'll hear him. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, there he is, you know. You gotta do the same thing with the embryo stuff, too. God. Fuck! I know. Don't worry. I remember the thing here. Yeah, this is not going very well. But later levels, it's gonna be even worse. This Crash 4 is very, very daunting. In a lot of regards. Yeah, the reason why I never go right is because there's really no reason to. All the boxes you could get are just right over here. So you're better off just saving yourself the trouble and not bothering. Of course he throws it as soon as I get over there. Why wouldn't he? Unfortunately, once again, steel crates cannot be broken unless you slam on them. Alright, so here comes a really... just really messy... messy-ass part right here. Yeah. We'll see what I can do. If this is what I'm thinking it is with that weird-ass hidden gem, because every level has a hidden gem, by the way. I should mention that real quick. So, you gotta slide jump up to here, and then you gotta make sure that you jump on this. Alright, so that different hidden gem level, but still annoying nonetheless. I still missed one. I'm pretty sure it's probably what I think it is. It's probably that TNT box from, like, way earlier. Like, I could go back and play it. But I don't know. I mean, because if I did every level, which I plan on doing, this will not be a very long playthrough at all. And if you're wondering, what about the inverted levels too? Am I going to do those as well? Well, I might show them off for the sake of doing it. But for what it's worth, I'm going to be honest. Oh my god, already. Oh yeah, so flashback tapes. You collect them if you haven't died up to that point. You can die in the level after and still get them. But you know, yeah. I'll probably show off the flashback stuff later. Actually, probably wait until we get more flashback stuff near the end and just do them that way. Or show them off when I get the chance. I could do that too, actually. Yeah, if I... Oh my god, what the fuck? I thought I had iframes for that. What the hell? Yeah, I'm normally not this bad at the game. It's just... I have not played this game in a while, guys. Like, a real long while. I do know where some stuff is, for the most part, so I should be fine. Yeah, come in here and just spin, and you'll get, your stuffs. Let that just blow that up. By the way, yeah, again, collecting Wooper Fruit is important. However, you can still, for the most part, get away with, like, oh, there's, you know, TNTs that'll blow up those boxes, so I'll just do that. There's a huge adventure boss, actually, funny enough. And playable character in the Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I've actually considered doing a Let's Play of that game at some point as well, but right now, you know, we're really kind of getting to that point where it's like, alright, you're doing way too many things when you said you're going to not do too many things. So what the hell's going on, you know? Real quick, yeah, one of these, I was going to say, one of these is a bouncy crate, but you do kind of have to maneuver it just a bit to get that to work, so watch your ass. But yeah, thankfully we have Red Gem, which a lot of gems in this game can be collected pretty much just right then and there for the most... I mean, well, okay. Let me make this clear. Every gem can basically be collected regardless of what you have, kind of. If you're playing the normal paths pretty well. I think there's like one colored gem that affects anything that you have to go back to a level to get all the boxes for that level. And then there's actually a, you know, colored gem path that shows up like near end game. So we'll have to worry about that when we get there. Okay, so come down here and hit this, and it'll open up a secret thing later. This used to be a life. I don't know what happened to that. Yeah, it opens up this. This is our hidden gem, which... Did we pick up one earlier? Or am I thinking of... I think I'm going too fast that I already forgot what levels we're on right now. Yeah, watch out. Yeah, just let these guys swipe and then go for it. You can kill them early, though, which is nice. And now the bonus stage. Okay, so that was a different level. Oh, that was a completely different level. All right. It's just that, to me, a lot of this stuff kind of starts to kind of blend in, really, like a lot. So, you know, I kind of get my things mixed up. All right, here's some Crash 2 platforming section. Actually, I think, if I remember correctly, some bonus levels are based on certain bonus stages from earlier Crash games. Yeah, of course, there's a box up there. If there's something, like, how do I put this? There typically probably will be something off-screen a lot of the time. By the way, if you jump on this, it's not going to send you back, so don't worry. It's only the one at the end that will do that. I think this should go without saying as well, especially for like people that might be new to my channel, but I like Crash. I like Crash a considerable amount. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I don't play them all the time anymore. And I was actually playing Crash 1, 2, and 3 all today, actually, funny enough. But the thing is, like, I was playing Crash 1 Original, and that was doing what it normally does to people and piss you off. So, I'm way out of practice, not gonna lie. Yes, there's a thing back this way. The game kind of gives you that hint. I mean, it does. It gives you the hint because it's got that flaming thing in the background, and you're kind of left wondering, well, why is that there when I'm going this way? Like, it makes no sense. So, just, I guess, a little cheeky a little cheeky hidden thing, which is nice. And I have nothing wrong with them hiding stuff, like, off-screen or whatever, because once you know it's there, it's like, okay, it's there, you know, that's pretty cool. So, that's not the problem with Crash 4 for me. I don't know, my problems with Crash 4 are just, mainly just, I'm not a fan of the levels too much, I guess. I think they all just kind of look, eh. But again, that's just me, so... I don't know. There we go. Very nice. Alright, I think we died once. Maybe? Well, either way, even though we died once, we don't get the perfect relic, but we still got all the clear gems. And again, I do want to reiterate that there's like maybe a couple levels where you only need like a specific colored gem to get. I mean, every colored gem's going to get used. Duh. Let's go do it real quick, actually. It's pretty much just prequel levels to Crash 1. It's just showing off how, like, Crash got basically tested on. So. It's basically just a glorified, gigantic bonus stage. Bonus stage. And they can be kind of annoying. And you do have to, I think, beat all these, of course, to gain full 100%. And I have never 100% Crash 4 yet. Because Crash 4 is a pain in the ass. Something else, like another... I guess you could say there's actually another Crash game this game kind of takes some stuff from. But Crash Insanity, of all things. Because of multiple playable characters. Because in all technicality, like, you know, of course, Cortex was playable back in Insanity. But spoiler alert, Tana and, of course, Dingodile are playable here. Which is very neat. And Engine has probably one of the most... I don't know, I do not like his boss fight in this game. I miss Engine from 3 and Huge Adventure. Which Huge Adventure knew what was a good Engine fight. Because they obviously took that from 3. So they already had a good idea of how to make a really good fight. But yeah, this is why I probably won't do the flashbacks that much. Maybe. Because of this crap. This constant just having to... you know, box jump on everything all the time. So what I like to do here is not that, but I like to kind of like spin to break top boxes to make this a little faster on me. And there's your, I guess you can say your little rest. I forget if I'm supposed to... Yeah, you're supposed to break right side first and then go left. So you can do what I did there. I still got it though, so it's not a big deal. And there you go. That's all 118. Give me the goddamn thing. Whatever it was. What? Is that a platinum or is that a silver? I can't tell. I like it matters. If you go there and you look... Oh, okay, I got it. Oh. Okay. It just didn't look right, that's all. Here's our skins. I'm not going to show them all off, but there you go. And you can play different characters, so... I could play Coco, but I don't really care. Yeah, I'll try to show off what I can, and basically finish whatever levels I can that I know I can. This will just be a nice little, I guess you could say, slight break from everything else I've been doing YouTube-wise, so... Yeah, by the way, you want to break these more often than not if you see them around. There should be a pathway that I... There it is. Yeah, and here the game kind of tells you about things, too. Like, I forgot about that being there. But, yeah, sometimes this game, they'll have, like, little hints and secrets and stuff that are like, oh, okay, so there's a thing I can do there. And then you go do that thing there. Are you kidding me? Ah! I can't be this bad. There we go. Are, you know what? Nah, fuck it, let's just go. I was gonna restart level so I can get all the gems, but it's like, it doesn't matter. I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid here. Oh yeah, I forgot that I don't have lives. I'm like, why do you get rid of all my Wooper fruit? And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't really matter. It don't matter. None of this matters. Alright, make sure you don't do what I did earlier. And I don't think there's anything else back there, though. I could be wrong, but I don't think there is. There's stuff back here, though. And you gotta watch out for that asshole. Alright, here we go. And yeah, if you're wondering, well, if you're doing the official Crash 4, are you gonna do Spyro and finish up the rest of those too? Are you gonna do the Spyro Game Boy games? Are you gonna do Entrance? Things of that nature. I'll say this right now. That's for future me to find out. That's all I can say. Spyro Hero's Tale is certainly a game. Not a favorite of mine, though, but it certainly is a thing that I have played and beaten. Spyro Year of the Dragonfly, though, that's more likely to happen than Hero's Tale. But if I did do Hero's Tale, I'd probably just do it like a co-op thing instead. Possibly even just do Dragonfly as one as well. I don't know. Because mainly my brother likes those games. I like them too. I'm just saying that there are times where certain games kind of feel like they would be more at home in that regard. So they would fit more... Oh, they're there. They would fit more as like, oh, I could do it co-op. Yeah, new box design, by the way, is that this level does not have... No, it does. You can claw into here. Okay. I think it's a... Yeah, it's a different level then that does that later. There's like a little secret thing you can go get. Yeah, thank goodness for this new crash technique where you can just slightly spin lower than everything else that you've been spinning at. Very nice. So if I get quiet, I'm kind of focusing too. And once again, it's kind of late at night. It's like 12 something probably by now. Today was certainly a day, so this is still within the region of like all that Eunice recording I did. All the, just, yeah, everything. Postal. All that fun crap. But we're getting things done, so... Alright, I was gonna say, I forgot how this one works. I'm just gonna jump back down. The platform does come back, though, so don't worry about that. And I don't think I fudged up the jump to the hidden gem. I don't think it's fudged, but I don't know. I'm kind of scared to find out, though. Guess we'll find out one way or another. So, I think that's just there because... Alright. That's how you get there. You gotta kind of have to, like, sort of time your jump a bit. There's your hidden gem. See, again, I do know where a good plethora of stuff is from time to time. So, at the very least, I can't guarantee anything, but I can assure you that I have a somewhat decent idea of stuff. There's some Crash 2 type box things. Yeah, honestly, like, even though I don't really care much for Crash 4 that much, it is a nice love letter and just a decent enough game, all things considered. Alright, we don't have to do the green gym yet. Ugh. Alright, so... It's another runaway section. It's not too bad. You basically just have to stay out of the water. That's pretty much what they're trying to get you to do. I think we have... No, we're still missing tons of boxes. But I'm guessing that either... I mean, this could be one of those things where, like, I need a gym path or something, maybe. I didn't see one. Also, death routes are not a thing much anymore. And, yeah, Engine will get these boxes, too, for you. But it's still kind of best just to try to at least break some of them so you can get the Wumpa Fruit. Alright. Come over here, hit this trash can. And then hit this. And there you go. Green gem. They tell you at the beginning, I think. In the background. I believe so, I don't remember. Yeah, once again, engine does break boxes, so that's really nice. Okay, there's our full Wumpa gem. I'm not gonna get the death gem though because I died too many times. The thing is with the whole like not dying more than 3 times thing, it doesn't make any sense because no, I mean it makes sense as a gym. It's just like an extra. I mean, I don't know. I don't mind it being there. It's just one of those like, were you really trying to just overload this game with so much stuff? Was it really that necessary? But then looking at it, it's not that it's unnecessary either. Because it does kind of give you that feeling of dopamine hit, I guess. It's like, oh, I collected 6 total gems. That's insane. It gives you even more stuff to strive for in that level, I guess you could argue. Damn. We're already going to engine. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't really care much for engine's boss fight. I don't. I heard recently that his drumsticks are actually, I'm over here trying to do speedrun trick shit. I saw. That's funny. So basically, all you have to do is just stand over here and, well, hit these enemies and knock them back. There you go. Also for Crash, things I also want to do in the future would be like Crash the Titans for PS2. What else? Entrance would be nice, but definitely not 100% in that one. That was like the earliest time where Crash was just not really a mess, but people want to talk about Crash 4 being difficult. Like I'd say Entrance is pretty damn difficult too, all things considered. I need at least one more shot. Yeah, you can speedrun this area and just pass through all this crap with not having to do what I'm doing here. Okay, there we go. Finally, fucking A. Gotta go through 4 lives now. As annoying as it is. I keep forgetting it's R2, not L2. I feel like L2 would probably work better for that, but for mask stuff, personally speaking. Yeah, this is some entropy level shit right here. Which entropy is in the game, so. And by the way, I think once you get to life number 4, I think they actually give you a checkpoint. Which is very nice. Honestly, this is more akin to like Entrance. I mean, Entropy was still roughly the same as he was in Entrance, like, or they made him the same from like 3. Same kind of setup, but now it's 2D instead. And by the way, like I said, Entrance is not a bad game at all. Just, it is weirdly difficult. I've always felt. For like 100% and stuff. Alright, so basically all we gotta do now is platform and try to kill enemies with the platforming. Well, you know, while they're showing up. Yeah, maybe one day, instead of doing like a Let's Play for the Crash games I haven't done or the Spyro games, I could always just, in theory, instead, you know, if I get into streaming, do it that way. But I don't think I'm probably going to get into streaming as much as I keep thinking I'm going to. I don't know. It could happen, but I just don't expect it to happen. Also, funny enough, nitrous oxide's in this game, too. There's like a bunch of like, oh, here's this character. Remember them? Tiny is not here. Just to be fair, like, this game does take place after 3, so I guess a lot of things wouldn't make sense if they were. We got time for another couple levels, actually. Because you can beat this game pretty damn fast. If you know what you're doing. But it's gonna get rough. So I might do like 2 videos tonight, maybe. At least do the 1 for now. So now into the pirate levels. These ones are actually, I feel like the more interesting levels of the game. Personally speaking, I prefer these ones. So, it's at least that, I guess. And I fucked up. Because there was a thing you can jump up to. Yeah, and of course, once those boxes are gone, they're gone. So... yeah, the thing with Crash 4, though, is it makes it to where you really gotta... like, you're gonna get to a point where you're really gonna be playing this game, like, a shit ton. Not... well, I mean... most likely because you want to, but for my instance, it's like, I wanted to play it a lot, but at the same time, I really wanted to get, you know, as many gems as I could get. I've never 100% this game, so let that sink in. like, I've never gotten everything. I've never gotten all the perfect relics. I've never even gotten all the time trial stuff, because that shit's also hard, too. Just the regular-ass relics. Even some of the flashback tapes later on get really stupidly difficult. Annoyingly enough. Alright, so now you gotta do the spin thing here. I don't want to call it the spin thing. It's just Crash's spin. But you get what I'm saying. Like, you gotta do this. The right boxes. Make sure you tilt the stick left there to get that one. And same thing with this one. You want to tilt right. These grind rail sections are nice. I remember I was watching speedrunners play, well, a lot of Crash stuff recently, but Crash 4 is one of them, of course. And they're talking about how nice it is to have sections like that, because it's a nice break from everything else. And if I remember correctly, maybe I'm wrong, but there should be, I think, it might be a completely different level I'm thinking of then. The hidden gem, I don't know. Oh, well. Whatever. I can't see shit, so... there we go. It's funny, I got so used to the inverted levels now that I keep thinking that that left side is actually normally on this side, but it's not. Alright, I'm gonna go this way first. Not like it really matters. It just feels like the easier way to go. I feel like there's less things to kind of screw up on, to be fair. Okay. I think on the inverted level, that's where the hidden gem's hidden at, is in that little area over there to the left I just passed by. Maybe. Okay, there we go. I just want to get out of there real quick. Wait for him to turn around. There you go. There should be nothing up here. But then again, you know, once again, if you want some more Wumpa Fruit, make sure that you are breaking those boxes. I think I know where the hidden gem's at, actually. I think it's in the treasure chest thingy. We'll find out. And I believe that every level has a bonus stage now, too, I think. Wasn't there, like levels back in Crash, like even just, like, Crash 1 and 2, where there just wasn't, like, a bonus? I don't know. Maybe. And yeah, you can still do this, by the way. That little trick where you can just kind of stop yourself. Alright, so what they want you to do is they want you to blow up all the nitros. Because obviously that they are just going to be a pain to deal with. But you can't break the steel crates without it. So. Okay, there we go. And we're basically done with the bonus. And once again, bonuses are checkpoints, so thank goodness for that. And yeah, real quick, don't let the box counter scare you in this game. It did me for a while. I used to think, like, good God, like, this game goes to, like, 150 boxes. And it's frightening. You know, you think to yourself, oh, God, that's so many. But in all reality, not really. You'll see later on that we get to levels where it has, like, 400. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure it's, like, 400. But that's a Dingodile level. And Dingodile levels, you got that vacuum suction thing that he's got going on, which is a really cool concept for him. I love it. I love Dingodile's playstyle. I really do. Tana's okay, but Dingodile's got it, you know, a really cool ordeal with him. Crash, of course, being, well, Crash. So nothing too crazy changed with him. But it's just, it's nice to have them at least, so I can give it that. And Dingodile, for all purpose, you know, is an enjoyable ride to play through for the most part. Except for, in my opinion, the city level stuff. I hate that crap so much. For anybody, Crash or him. I think there was a... I can go back and double check. I think I know what box that I might have been missing, unless this is it. Oh, that's it. Okay, cool. Well, should be 6 gems, I think, correct? So we'll find out. Of course, I could crash a phone. Yep, there we go. No perfect because I died. No flashback because I died. So, I'm trying to think. Would this be a good point to end it or not? Well, let me think. We got a whole other level to do. I can probably beat it within, like... Fuck it. Okay, we'll play Coco. Why not? We'll show it off. Oh, never mind. This is the Tana level. Oops. I was gonna play Coco, but the game decided to say, nah, fuck that shit. Alright, so let's show off Tana, I guess, real quick. So her thing is... interesting. She can do this to enemies at a distance. I guess I have adaptive triggers on, too. Fuck, that's great. Or whatever they're called. I forget what they actually call them. Yeah, watch out for that box, too. That one's just kind of hiding. But, yeah, you can hookshot enemies. You can do that to them. It's really nice. If you see anything in the background that says hookshot, you know, you really want to keep your eye out for that kind of stuff because, yeah. Make sure you also hit the middle on that one, too, by the way, because if you don't, you might end up screwing up and missing the box. Tana's not bad, but her design is absolutely just horrendous, I think. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I hate that fucking hairstyle. It's so... It's a fucking Karen cut, basically. Like, 2.0. Or, well, she just basically gives me the vibes of, like, somebody that I really don't want to be around. That's for sure. And make sure you hit that, so you can land on this safely. And get this... your Aku Aku. And you can't really, unfortunately, stun those guys for some reason. So, that's a thing, I guess. Make sure I hookshot and grab those. Yeah, you really have to pay attention to things outside of the norm here when it comes to a Tana level. I know that sounds really annoying, and it is. Okay. Okay, game. Whatever you say. Sure. I don't know if we can grab that. We can. You don't have to jump like I do, it's just to have it. Nice. We also got the hidden gems, so I don't have to worry about those. Thank goodness. That's the thing, though, too, is, like, as long as I know where the hidden gems at, I should be fine for most everything else, because I don't have to go looking for too much crazy crap. Now, of course, there will be hidden boxes, but that's just honestly kind of normal. It would have been dickish if they put a shark right between the red platforms, but they did not, so I find that interesting that they decided not to do that, even though I feel like this game, well, they do it there, but between the 2 red would have been an absolute, not difficulty spike, but definitely like, oh, wow, okay, guys, you know, okay, game, that kind of scenario. Not hell it. I don't think there's anything down there that we need to go get, though. I don't think. I hope not. And yeah, you can use the Z-axis to avoid enemies like that, too, which is nice. And once again, or I should say, at the very least, you don't have to fight everybody all the time. So, also, this will hurt my goddamn eyes. It's just so fucking bright, and I'm also tired of shit, too, so that's not helping. There might be boxes there. Nope. Okay. Oh, there might be. Also, do make sure that you grab whatever box might be in the area before you go on and continue on the level, because you can kind of screw yourself out of a box if you're not careful. We got 2 more left. And I see one. they even tried fucking over there, too. See that? If I push me too far from what I was at a minute ago. I hate doing this jump. It's not impossible, just, I don't know. I do think that, realistically, giving Tana a grappling hook is kind of cool. But I still think that her entire design is just cringe as fuck, so... Pretty sure most people probably would agree with that. Eyes on target. Yeah, I missed a box. Found it. Alright, cool. And there we go. Gotta see this every single time, by the way. I died more than 3 times? What the fuck? Remember that. Anyway, so that'll be it for this episode. I thought I wanted to do another episode, but I might not right now. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Got a boss fight coming up pretty soon. I think that's actually where the boss is. And a ton of level way back there. Alright. We should probably do that next time, maybe. Anyway, that's it for this. So, as always, take care, everybody.